Hi, I'm Robert Ranieri, and I'm standing on our spiral staircase. I found it in a salvage yard, all disassembled, and it was a boon to have because it was able to go from, well, 3 stories of connections from floor to floor. And I can say that my daunting task began with a series of moves. The first thing I had to do was to straighten out, there was a pipe that's inside these stair treads. And these are cast iron, very heavy duty. And there's a collar here for each of the stair treads. It's really the superb casting and cast iron technology, and was in a powerhouse that has been abandoned in a nearby county. And it turns out that that major pipe had a big flex. It was a shallow V-shape. And an iron worker told me what I could do was build a fire around it. And so around where it was kinked. So I built this fire until the inner core, this inner pipe here, became cherry red, and I used a sledgehammer to straighten it out, and luckily it straightened out, and of course I was inexperienced at something of this scale, although I do weld. So it required a cutting torch and various metal cutting saws, and of course an arc welder, so I was able to piece it together. And as you will see when we move around here, that of course I had to manufacture a number of the parts, and by good fortune the stairs met at the floor level, so it was very easy to get from the stairs themselves to the floor. And I will show you as we go around all of the construction niceties, which I was very happy to be able to do because inexperience and naivete, I guess, drove me on. And the results, of course, are happy results. And our family that we raised here, my wife with 2 pregnancies survived. So we'll be showing you more in a moment. You can see here the handrails where I have them kind of floating without a corner vertical. And that was kind of a pleasant thing to do. And then here, as you prepare to go up the stairs, I had to manufacture a quasi-sculptural conclusion for a handrail, and I had some curved pipe and what survived of the handrail all the way up. So that was a boon to have. You can see that the view from the main floor to the basement area and how the winding occurs. And of course the connection up above for the 3rd floor. You can see from here the complexity of the construction phase, and to the degree I have had to manufacture this floor system, which is a see-through filigree steel. They call it expanded metal. It continued this, I guess, the transparency aspect. So you see this backbone spinning up to its final conclusion up here. And remembering again, this was a slaughterhouse. It was never a living dwelling. And with my, I guess, determination to resolve it, and it was very pleasant to have the connection between the floors and allow for roof level changes and the like. And overall, it's been, I would say, a pleasant trip up and down the 3 floors. And it made much more sense in terms of how the space is livable, really, and functioning like a machine for living, as Frank Lloyd Wright says. So we're very happy that it's in place, and it has saved a lot of, say, anxiety about getting furniture up and down. And we have here a candle lit. That candle dish was actually a portion of a plow structure. They call it the cultivator. They usually have rows and rows of those. So the farming community is represented, albeit in a subtle way, here and there, and more of that will be apparent
as we show you more of the out of doors.
This is a view from the far side of the living room. And you can see we have here also, beside the stairs, a tree, which actually replaces a stud system which was dividing the space into two quarters, or two halves, shall we say. And the tree is from the stream where we had flooding over the centuries, and the wood was available. And what I did here, I built in a heavy double layer of a 3x12 oak beam, which I spiked to the original header there that held the floor up. That was a job, but now the space is more open. You can see here the filigree construction which is applied. It's a very heavy expanded metal, industrial expanded metal, and heavy I-beams that are supporting our entire porch area. And you can see a view of the stream. It's called Gallows Run, and of course that beautiful field. We spent many a happy hour sitting out here, and one of our early snows is still in view, and the trees, these are Japanese maples, a few dry leaves left. Sunagashi they're called, and they were enjoyed, and after a trip to Japan, we're very happy to have these examples.